Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Dee, about to react to this impressive vid. It's titled Oprah Winfrey Slam for lying on Whitney Houston. Ooh, what did she have to say? And then impressive is talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce, talking about they have to prove that Jay's hair is real. Now they have to prove it, child. I already talked about that, but sure, we'll hear what she has to say as well. But let's watch.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Impressive channel. Before I get into this video, I first see Medicare sponsoring this video. Now, Oprah Winfrey got some backlash after she revealed a story about Whitney Houston's last appearance on her talk show. And she said that Whitney fell during the show, and this was during the time Whitney was dealing with her substance issues. But Oprah decided to tell this story during her Cannes Lion's Heart seminar, and people were like, well, why are you revealing this now? Nobody prompted you to speak about this, so why now? Are you trying to make Whitney look bad?
I had such trust from the Oprah show audience that Whitney did, I think it was her last show with us, and she had gone back on drugs. The first interview I did with her when we'd gone behind stage and I asked her about her attention, she was clean. But the day she came to my show then to perform in front of the audience, she was not. And she fell off of the stage. And I knew that if that story got out that she'd fallen off of the stage, that everybody would be, that she would be destroyed by that. And so even though the audience was there and the audience had cameras, I begged them not to put those pictures out because it would ruin her life, and they did not.
And what about...
That would not happen today, I could tell you.
Yeah. What about...
Now, Whitney's estate did come out and address what Oprah said. They said from the 2009 interview on the Oprah Winfrey Show, Whitney absolutely fell off stage, but it was during a sound check, and it was due to the darkness of the area and her unfamiliarity with the stage. She was absolutely not high. This story was picked up by several media outlets. Like many people, she faced personal battles, but it is inaccurate and unfair to attach that struggle to every performance or every chapter of her life.
That's fair.
When I watched it, I was totally surprised. And, you know, my response, it didn't have anything to do with anger or outrage with Oprah, because I know for a fact.
And it just seems like she was just trying to make herself look good. Like, oh, I could have had them put it out, but I paid them not to, and I saved the day because I knew it would end her, and I helped, you know, Whitney overcome that. Like, that's just what it gave. Like, it was kind of gross.
On that day that Whitney was not high. For her craft, Whitney never showed up on stage high. You couldn't even get her out of her room, you know, if she were high. And for a statement to be made like that, it was extremely disappointing. She missed her step and she got off stage.
What would you say to Oprah today?
Sister to sister, what happened? Because we both know that did not happen.
I'm glad that Whitney's estate spoke up and clarified what really happened. I don't know why Oprah would sit up there and push a different narrative, knowing how the media is going to sit there and run with it. I mean, that was just in poor taste altogether.
And pointless.
And Whitney didn't deserve that. I mean, we know that Whitney went through what she went through, but, you know, trying to push this idea that she was high and she fell off stage just for the sake of telling an interesting story is not it. And Whitney is not allowed
It wasn't just to tell an interesting story. It was to try to make herself look good.
And herself. She's already been attacked over her issues all throughout her career. So just let her rest in peace and stop smearing dirt on her name. Now, I do want to talk about Jay-Z doing a hair documentary after he was accused of wearing a lace front. So he did a whole partnership with Beyonce's hairline called Sacred.
Oh, she's showing more clips. Okay, I didn't see this.
Which I thought was great marketing, by the way. But in the documentary, Beyonce said that he grew out his hair into locks because he wanted to make their daughter, Blue Ivy, feel confident in her natural hair, because when she was 5, she didn't feel so confident. And I thought that was very interesting. I do know that the internet was very cruel. People said a lot of things about Blue Ivy's hair when she was younger, which was really disgusting and shameful coming from adults talking about a child's
Black
hair.
adults.
But yeah, she got a lot of critiques about her hair, and also I'm sure Blue grew up around people that didn't have the same texture that she had. Even her mother doesn't have the same type of hair. Her mother wears blonde hair. And it's a part of her signature look, of course, but her hair didn't look like Blue's hair. And so it was up to Jay-Z to grow out his hair to help Blue become more confident in her hair. That's the story that they're selling us. So Jay-Z grew out these locks, allegedly. Let me stop. Okay, he grew out these locks, and they ended up combing out the locks.
Why would they lie about that?
Beyonce's hair product sacred. Now, I would have loved if they actually combed it out to the very root, but they quickly edited that part. You know, there were
because this takes forever. That's why.
some clips here and there. Basically, they posted this video to prove that Jay-Z's hair is in fact real. And his natural hair is full, is healthy. He dyed his grays so you don't see it. His hair looks good. It does look good for his age. So yeah, I do think this was a great promotional video for Beyonce's hair product, Sacred. The Carters are business people at the end of the day, so they definitely...
His age is crazy. I don't know why people think that men in particular, like, they're just supposed to start balding. My dad is old as hell. He's in his 60s and he still has all his hair. Like, some men don't go through this balding phase at all. And yeah, I want to say my great-granddad, I've seen pictures of him, and he also had hair for a very long time, like into his 80s even. He had like full hairline. So that's definitely genetic, and he has good genes. So people thinking, this is weird. Why is his hair not balding and thinning? That might be your genes. Or, oh, why doesn't he have gray hair? There's a thing called dye. And that's also genetic, by the way, as well. Some people don't get gray hairs for a very long time as well. So, yeah, people just prove how ignorant they are. I feel like online all the time. It's like,
We will find a way to sell you something. And they put together this wholesome video about Jay-Z's hair to sell us Beyonce's products. And it was smart. It definitely was smart. But also, I think they did this because Nicki Minaj's comments about Jay-Z's locks being a lace front got to him, okay? And some people would think that Jay-Z and Beyonce wouldn't care enough to respond to Nicki or even make a video shading her, but I wouldn't.
I heard the Barbs was like, oh, I can still see the lace, and this is a lace front still. Oh. I don't think that they were trying to prove anything, but sure, child.
I mean, the Carters are not as unbothered as they let on. I mean, they do have people in the media who respond on their behalf, and sometimes they take it upon themselves to do little things to address certain people. Like, for example, I didn't know this until recently, but some of the Barbs pointed out that the Verizon commercial that Beyonce did for the Super Bowl had some parts in it that were low-key shading Nicki Minaj. You know, the commercial took references from what Nicki did, allegedly. And even when Nicki called Beyonce Barbie, Beyonce responded to it like this. How about Barbie? Looking back at it, that was shade. That definitely was shade. So it wouldn't be surprising to me if they did this whole ad to also respond to Nicki too. And I saw where some of the fans were comparing Jay-Z's hair to Nicki's hair. I mean, they both have a full head of hair. Nicki's hair is just relaxed, I think. But yeah, I do think this Sacred commercial was partly done to address Nicki, low-key. But also, I think it was meant to be a distraction too, because Jay-Z recently was under fire for doing an exclusive deal with Target to sell his album Reasonable Doubt. He's actually celebrating the 30th anniversary of his album, so he wanted to do a deal with Target. And a lot of people had issue with that because, you know, Target has been rolling back DEI programs, which has been affecting a lot of people of color. And there was a boycott against Target for that reason. But now you have Jay-Z doing a deal with Target. So it left a bad taste in people's mouths, and he was getting backlash over it. So I think this Sacred ad came right on time to kind of distract people from it. And I will say it does kind of line up with what Nicki said. I do remember when Nicki made this tweet saying, anytime Pac Nation's in the news for something they don't want you to know, a few things will happen. Number one, Will Smith will appear. I thought it was very interesting that Will Smith and Jada made a random appearance. That was a very interesting coincidence.
Where?
Number 2, a famous person is announced dead. Clive Davis recently passed away, and I'm going to talk about that in another video. Also, number 3, their allies will begin to post and say nasty things about the Queen. I did see some blogs post headlines about Nicki Minaj and her lawsuits. Also, number 4, Lace Z will pop up looking dumb. Now, Jay-Z did pop up in that Sacred ad, but he wasn't wearing a lace. Not this time, okay?
Not this time.
So, yeah, I thought that was very interesting to see how everything happened right around the same time, just as Nicki predicted. I don't know, y'all. It's a crazy coincidence, I will say that. But anyway, tell me what y'all think about this.
Not as Nicki predicted, child. I can't. Not y'all thinking that Nicki got, the pie was in the gift. And y'all like, yes, Queen, what you said was true. It turned out just like you thought. And funny enough, I uploaded a Lizzo video about her flopping. And I put in the title, oh, Nicki was right, because I mentioned it in the vid, which was joking, by the way. I'm not feeling like, oh, Nicki predicted, oh my God, this is crazy. It's like, yeah, I'm just like laughing about what she said about Lizzo. But no, I really think some of the Barbs are like, yes. She's a prophet. Yes, she told us about this. So, yeah, sure, I guess. Y'all can keep y'all little conspiracy theories going. I mean, I don't know any of these people, so who knows? Maybe there's some truth to some of it. Don't know. Maybe they were bothered by what Nicki said, and they were trying to prove to her that his hair is not a lace front. I guess anything's possible, sure. As far as Oprah, she's shady as hell. She did not need to bring up that lady. Like, girl, bye. Y'all let me know what y'all think, though, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.